Hey guys, here to do a review for episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So this is going to be a shorter one, but different than the last one, for different reasons than the last one. Positives, negatives, and rating. Positives, Hayden's acting got so much better in Revenge than it was in Attack of the Clones. I don't know what happened in between, but he didn't bother me at all in this. And again, it's not Oscar-worthy acting. It's not Ewan McGregor level acting, but wow, like he didn't ruin the movie for me. In fact, he kind of made the movie enjoyable for me. So that is definitely a positive for me. The lightsaber duels, man. Again, going back to what I said in my Phantom Menace review, I know a lot of people don't really like the really fanciful lightsaber duels, but I do. I really like it, and it makes sense for the time in the story. I mentioned that I was going to talk about this in another video, but I'll talk about it here too. It makes sense for the story that in the prequel era, there are Jedi's that are that good, that are really fanciful, kind of fencing and all that kind of stuff, because the Jedi are in full power. They're at the height, and there's a lot of them, and so you're gonna have a lot more people with knowledge of how to fight like that. Versus once we get to A New Hope, that's like 30 years later, and we kind of know that the Jedi are kind of like a dying breed, and there's not really a whole lot of them left, and so there's not a lot of people that know how to fight, and so it makes sense that the fighting isn't all that great, which I still enjoy it, in those movies, because it's different. It's in a different stage of of its life, and so I really enjoyed the lightsaber duels, and I loved the dark tone. The dark tone of this movie, just I love movies like that. I really like dark movies, and to have something like that in Star Wars just makes me so happy. It really does. I mean, even though it's a tragedy, and there are still several scenes that get me kind of teary in this movie, because that Anakin doesn't want to do the things that he's doing, but he does them anyways. And again, going back to Hayden's acting, it gets so much better, in this one. It really made me feel something. Negatives. Two things: Natalie Portman and Grievous. I can sum it up right there. Natalie Portman and Grievous. Natalie Portman's acting is still bad, really bad, in Grievous. All right, so I get it. I know. Yeah. Okay, well, if you watch the Clone Wars, then you'll find more about Grievous and all this different stuff. Okay, yeah, but what I'm about to say, okay, this is what they're doing. They're expecting people to go watch Clone Wars so that Grievous makes sense. Okay, because they did not handle Grievous really well at all. At all. But I will admit, he is a slightly cooler character once you know what happens in the Clone Wars series. But here's the thing. You can expect people to watch the movies, but you can't expect people to watch the extended I guess you could call it the extended universe stuff, like the books and the TV shows and all of it. You can have stuff like God, what am I trying to say? I'm losing my thought process here. I don't know. It's just I don't like the way they did that. Because look, I just got done reading Lords of the Sith not that long ago, and I want to do a review on that at some point. And I just got Tarkin, and I'm starting to read that, and so I'm definitely one of those people that I'm going to saturate myself in as much Star Wars as I possibly can, because I want all of it. I want to know how all of it kind of melts together, makes this big epic story. But you can't expect everyone to do that, and the movies are the main plotline of this universe, and so you can go backwards. Like you can expect people to watch the movies, that only what if someone is watching Attack of the Clones, but they haven't seen Revenge of the Sith, well then you can kind of say, okay, well you need to go watch the movies. But man, if you're just watching the movies and you don't care about any of the other stuff, then when Grievous comes in, and even the way he goes out, it's kind of puny. And I think you should have done it. They should have done it better. The rating for this movie, I give it 7.5 out of 10. Again, by far it's my favorite one. It's got the highest rating, but not by much. It's just barely passing in my opinion. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I enjoy it. That's all I really got to say about it. I want to keep this one short since the other ones were a little bit longer. Let me know what you think of Revenge of the Sith down below. If there's anything that I didn't mention that you want me to talk about, let me know, and I might make another video, or I'll reply to you down in the comments section. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.